positive behavior. It promotes positive behavior in the same way that programs like PlayWorks promote positive behavior.
Well, you know, sitting through the LCAP presentations on school climate and culture and seeing school after school state restorative justice, Olveas, PlayWorks, it gives you a sense that there's a common kind of thread throughout all of the district that everybody agrees upon that is about behavior. I feel like bringing in another program, in spite of the fact that it's supposed to really just enhance it or make it, I don't know, teach kids these skills, I feel like El Gavilan's staff will have a different kind of language than the rest of the district. I'm looking at it. The breathing tool, the quiet, safe place tool, the listening tool, the empathy tool. I mean, these are all things that I think are great. I think this program is wonderful. I do. I am not condemning the program. I'm just saying that I have seen through the history of this district that programs come in and everybody is so focused on it, and especially, I'm going to say it again, PBIS brought in a lot of money with it. So we have a commitment to make that work. Now, if El Gavilan's staff was in their second or third year of PBIS and said, listen, nothing is working, we need something new, but to be novices to PBIS and not give what all the other schools have as tools a chance first, I just feel like that's going to send a crazy message. And I am, as a board member, I am committed to PBIS because that has been what the district has asked us to commit to. So I believe in it and I want to trust it. And with that, I don't want to see anything upset the apple cart. I really don't. So I'm sorry. I have a, that's my own opinion.
Thank you.
A question.
Yes.
Where is the money coming from?
It's the site supplemental concentration funds.
Okay, so it's site money.
Oh yes, it's site money.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, ladies.
Hi, Amy. Janet Sparks, El Gavilan. Just a question. If that is true that we're trying to only do PBIS, but there are schools doing restorative justice and there are schools doing the OBS. So you already have some schools doing other things to help supplement PBIS. To say we can't do this, but they can do that, are you saying that we could do one of the other programs? The other is that we have some students, we had a second grader have to leave our classroom, social, emotional, major issues this year, and we've got some kids who do not have these tools to communicate. Be respectful, responsible. They don't even have any idea what that could mean. We have some very extremely needed students who need these tools, and we're hoping that we're going to offer them these tools that they don't even see in their home life, some of them. That we're hoping that this is going to help them at school to just calm and forget some of the things that are happening at home and how to handle these situations at school, but they can also take these tools home and learn how, okay, mom and dad are really at it again. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to find my safe spot. I think these are tools that they're going to use at school and as well as home. We do have a PBIS team. We have met a couple times last year. You know how our year was last year, some of you board members. It just didn't go, but it doesn't mean we weren't doing it. There's many parts of PBIS that we have implemented in our school site, even though we don't have a huge number of staff that has gone. Those who have come have brought it to our school. We have implemented part of that. But as a staff meeting when we met last Thursday, and it was presented to us, we just really felt that our students need this so bad, in addition to PBIS.
No, careful. Careful.
Almost had a workers' comp claim.
I got a lot of those. Need some masking tape.
Any other questions?
Mr. Strati, you have the floor.
You know, I think in past years and even today, one of the things we have done is that we are so caught up in testing our kids. You know, test after test, you know, that has value. But I do believe that in past years, we have gotten away from the spiritual, emotional, social aspect of the child. And all of that is interpreted into poor behavior at school, bad grades, maybe gangs later on, all of these sort of things. I would put my trust in Gavilan, or the staff of Gavilan, that they know what program is a good fit for them. Every school is different. Every school has its own culture, its own dynamic. And no one knows the culture of that school better than the people that work there, especially the principal or the administrators. So I would put my confidence in something like this. I don't know the program, but from what I hear, it's something that speaks to good civics, good academics, good behavior, and I think that can only speak positive for a positive outcome for our kids. So I would put my confidence in something like this, and amiably disagree with my colleague.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to make a comment or a point.
Your name?
Oh, I'm Angie Rousseau. I'm the academic coach at Gavilan, and also I was a longtime teacher there. And under the umbrella of PBIS, what our effort is to put some curriculum in our teachers' hands in a common language where we can daily revisit these practices that we're so trying to instill in our students to create a learning environment. As you know, and you've heard, you know, that's one of our biggest challenges is keeping the social, emotional piece, developing it to a point where they're there to learn. And we feel like implementing the curriculum will, on a daily basis, will provide that structure. And it will be under the PBS umbrella. We'll still be speaking the same language, but it's that daily infusion of that conversation we feel like we really need to add into our school, in our classrooms.
Thank you. Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. The senior gets to speak up. Okay. No, I'm inclined to support the teachers on this. I think, you know, if they would like this program and they think it'll help them be more effective under PBIS, let's go for it.
Well, you know, I've listened to a lot of the presentation itself, and before I get into it, I just want to make a motion that Dovetail Learning Toolbox program be accepted. Make a motion on that.
Well, we're still discussing things.
I know. I want you to know what I'm leaning to, because I make a motion that we do it.
Okay. Look. Local control, accountability, right?
Yes.
They have their local funds. They're here in force. They believe in the program. Why would we stand in their way?
Yeah, I would just want the assurance that El Gavilan School is still going to focus on PBIS and ultimately. These are the same people that are doing units of study.
I mean, understand that I've been an administrator in other districts,
Yeah.
and I've been a district office administrator, and this is my 35th year, and I have to tell you, I have not worked with a group of more energetic, forward-thinking, growth mindset, passionate, excited. I know that for a lot of schools and staff, everything that you just named that we're going to do would be like they'd be laying on the floor. But with these guys, it's like it infuses them. It exhilarates us. We're just like, we're super excited, and we're working together as a team. And it's just, so I want you to know that I would not put something on them that I felt would like be the straw that breaks the camel's back, because we are ambitious, and we are soaring, but they are able to handle this. There are lessons that come, and there are books that come, and there are materials that come. So it's really something that will be in their hands. We will have training, and so it will be in their hands, and they will be able to impart these lessons. And again, it's not to replace PBIS. This is just the curriculum, the content that supports the social emotional learning skills piece.
Okay. On your word.
I wasn't a Girl Scout, but Girl Scouts are.
Okay, we have a motion.
So moved to accept the item, which is 5E.
Okay.
And
All right, we've got a
second.
motion and a second to approve this purchase of toolbox.
In favor?
All those in favor say aye.
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 5-0.
Yes, we did.
Aye.
Okay, all opposed? Okay, go soar.
We're going to soar, but we're going to bed first. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. And I would just second Julie's impression of her staff. They have come to the table. I had the opportunity to meet with 2 of their teachers and just left grinning from ear to ear around the potential of what teachers who are just totally want to be innovative can take your students, certainly, and your school to the next level. So I'm pretty excited about what your journey will be.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we're still on the consent.
Yeah, I feel like a Debbie Downer tonight. I
Yeah,
pulled
thanks, Amy.
IT maintenance.
Oh, yeah, 5H.
$1,000 per item to install. I'm just having a problem with that. Like, give me a screwdriver, show me what to do. I mean, $1,000, and you'd think after the first or second that they'd be on a roll so that they'd have it down, so that, by the 10th, they could do it in half the time with, I just, $1,000, really?
If I may comment on that, it's not to exceed $1,000 a unit. That estimate was based on the longest possible wire runs for power and for data. It includes the equipment, the wiring, and also the tripods that have to be earthquake proof that are mounted into the ceiling, and that's a major part of the cost. We'll bring it in for under that, but we wanted to make sure that we were not going to go over that when we gave the principal the bid. It was his site funds.
Okay, that was my only question. I just couldn't get over $1,000.
Anyone else?
Cynthia Schaefer, in general, when it comes to contracting, and I've gone over this with Mr. Stratman in the past, you don't know what the other contracts are. Unless it's sole source, you should be getting at least 3 bids. I feel like the board, they never have the true picture if under the fiduciary responsibility that you are going to be spending the money in the best way possible, getting the best bang for our buck. You come up here and you give good reasons, but there should be at least 2 other contracts that you can present to give a context, a full context of why you picked this particular one or why you didn't pick this particular one. I mean, I go back to the Martin and Cisneros contract. I mean, even with this enrollment projections that I'm going to talk about, it doesn't even seem like your website is compatible with Apple to do a printout. I can show you a print. I only get half of the paper. You don't have a search capability in your PDF board packet. And I have addressed this with you guys, and you do not answer. So I just want to bring this to your attention that I think it would be good if you get the full bids and not just what they say, what they think is going to be best. So I'm glad that you questioned the $1,000, because it might be that, but I know if you saw at least 3 bids, you would know that it's not just out in Timbuktu that quote, where that quote comes from. Thank you.
Thank you.
With all due respect, In my previous assignment in the high school district, we were spending up to $1,800 a unit for contractors to do it. This is being done in-house by our maintenance team and by our IT team, buying the tripods and the wiring wholesale.
Yeah.
But you don't give any paperwork. It's not fair to just say because you say it that it makes it so. That's all I'm saying.
She just doesn't like the way he does.
No, Mr. Kim, it is not that.
No, I understand.
This is basic government contracting, and it's egregious what's going on every single time with the contracts.
I don't know. Does anyone want to approve this now? Yeah? Are you okay?
I am, I just,
Can I
with
get a motion?
that's, yes, I move to accept the IT maintenance department's mounting of LCD projectors.
Second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion to
May I
second.
speak to support that motion?
Yes.
Well, when I was at Bronner Meadows, I attended an IT section, and I was told that the past cost for that thing up on the ceiling was $900 to install. And if our own department does it, it may cost a little more for the first and second and the third, but by the time they get it down, it's going to be far less than $900 per. So, you know, if we're guaranteed that it's going to cost less, you know, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I believe that Cynthia's point, I'm sorry, Ms. Schaefer's point was that we should be getting bids and have comparative analysis and whatnot.
And what I understood from the meeting was that an outside vendor had installed them for $900, and I think we can do it for a whole lot less.
How many years ago was that?
Oh, I don't know. This is one of the IT guys who's talking about it.
Okay, all right.
And I
So
think-
we have a motion.
I was just going to say that I think there's also some boundaries that we're limited by, which are called master agreements with our classified union. And, you know, to outsource certain work that's been part of their normal routines could be a violation of our contract. So just, you know, there's other limitations from which we are bound by.
Understood. Okay. All in favor of, I guess, accepting this recommendation for mounting LCD projectors, number 5H? Aye?
Aye.
Aye. Nay? No. 5-0. Yes. Okay. 5I, Ms. Ish.
I think this sounds like a fabulous program, but I had a couple of questions. One is, is this our summer school program then? I mean, is this what we do for summer school? Or, I mean, or is this like a sliver, you know, like a, what do you call that? You know, just an arm of the summer school? And then the other question was, it said that 300 students would be served. How are those children chosen for the, I mean, is it first come, first serve? Is it, do you have to be within a certain grouping? You know, anyway, those are my questions.
Okay, Lori Sanders, here to answer questions. This is one of 3 programs we will be having this summer. We will be having 100 students at El Gavilan for a 5-week institute. We will be having this, which is 100 students a week for 3 weeks for a total of 300 students. And then this is in the month of June, and then in the month of July, we are also in the process of establishing a contract with, it's a program called Jump Into Math that we've used in the past, and they would be doing a program that's math intervention during the month of July. So those would be the summer programs that we've chosen. For this particular program, this is not an intervention program for language arts or for reading. And so it would be done, we do, one of the things in the contract is that we work with the Hartnell Foundation to hire teachers, to recruit the teachers, and then also for the enrollment of students. That's not something that they take care of. And so it would be open on a first come, first served basis for students. It wouldn't be
like a
no
targeted
one would be
group.
exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, and so it serves 3rd through 6th grade.
Right.
So are you going to try and spread it out and give so many slots to 3rd graders, so many slots to 4th graders?
There are, in the classrooms, there's 25 students per class is what they plan, so 25 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Oh, okay.
So it's 25 students at each grade level per session. And we will be providing transportation. We will have food service. We'll be bringing sack lunches, so they have lunch over there. This gives our students, I don't know if you've had the opportunity to visit the Hartnell campus in East Salinas. It's a fabulous location.
Yeah.
This particular program, we can only do it in June. We can't do it longer because they run it in July for the public. And honestly, folks from Silicon Valley drive their kids. And they sit in the Hartnell parking lot and read books. So their children have this opportunity for this program. It is truly state of the art. And we're hoping that this is, we have some of our sites now do the NASA Saturday Academy. We're hoping to, we're in talks about contracting with the NASA, it's called MURA now, it used to be SEMA, about doing that at all of our school sites throughout the year. We have teachers who have taught this curriculum that are very jazzed by it, who chose last year when we offered more traditional intervention summer school that opted to go work for NASA SEMA at Hartnell. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, once again, we have a contract issue that it says district signatures, 4 signatures required, and there's only 2. So I'm, as Pamela so well stated for me, I want to point these out. I want board members to be aware and to be checking for these things in their packets, because I think some of this is probably an inadvertent, a copy made before or after, but we don't want to be having shoddy paperwork and shoddy information.
On the positive side, thank you for bringing us something that's going to happen during summer school in April. That's very nice that we, that we're not looking at it in June. Thank you.
My name is Diane Kunine. I'm at Laurelwood School. My question to you is, did we have this program last year for our district?
No.
Okay.
No, not during the summer. We didn't do a summer academy.
Okay.
We haven't done it at district level. We have had some sites, Miranda Meadows, Cammon, and Los Padres, have done Saturday academies with them.
Okay. So, but the entire district will be able to?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
It's not very many slots.
No, it's not. That's all they could give us.
So it's going to be like parents should be there to sign it up and turn it into the office that day.
I mean, does it make sense to do maybe a lottery or something, or?
I think it's going to be.
It doesn't matter, like, how you inform people, in what order, who's going to be able to get into this thing? I mean, it seems like people are going to vie for this big.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful program. I bring the contract to you before. I don't have the NASA office. The Hartnell Foundation provides the registration forms. I don't have that yet. They're waiting for the approved contract before they give me that, or the information on the postings to hire teachers. So what they tell me to do, what their recommendation with other districts that do contract with them, is that they are hot items and they go very fast, and it is first come, first serve is their lottery system. But again, it is limited to the number of kids per grade level. So you will have 35 third grade, 25 third graders, and 25 fourth graders, and 25 fifth graders.
So all the information will get out to the principals will get it out to those teachers, and then teachers will, or somehow the schools will get it out to the parents.
So whatever teachers are here tonight, they'll be.
And,
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Gabriela Perez, Mission Park. I just wanted to ask, if there's so few slots per grade level, and we have 14 schools, how do we roll this out that we actually know who is first and is first served? I mean, I do know that we have this kind of date and time stamp at Mission Park, at least I don't know if everybody has that. Does that mean you line up at a certain time at that date stamp and you rush these applications through there? And then you compare them district-wide, who has a minute on the other? I mean, I'm just trying, I mean, I remember vividly that we had an issue with volleyball once, where it was a first come, first serve. And if this is such coveted, such coveted spots, I just want to make sure that we have a system in place that this is fairly dished out.
the schools will be clustered when they attend, and they will be clustered, of course, so it's equitable according to enrollment. In a perfect world, also for transportation, the same week that we would send El Gavilan, we would also be sending Natividad and Loma Vista and perhaps Camden. That to me sounds like it might be too many kids at once. So the school sites will be clustered, and we'll make it as equitable as possible. The other option, of course, it's too good of an opportunity to pass up for our students, and this is their capacity at this point. It was also important to have it at their site to give our students, so to give them the opportunity to be on a college campus over the summer. We will be looking at doing this, like I said, during the school year at all of our sites, again on the rotation. They do a 6-week program, 6 Saturdays in a row, and we hope to offer that at all sites next year so more people have access to this. But for the summer program, that's our limitation.
So you're going to look for an equitable way to ensure that, I think the conversation here is about the enrollment, so we'll get back about an equitable system. Okay.
Okay. So I guess we need to vote on whether we're going to make this available to our students and audience. Do I have a motion?
What's the number?
Well, I'll move to approve the Hartnell College Foundation Summer STEM Program.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That is 5-0, and I think we all need to take a little, I guess this is a 3rd inning stretch. We just got through consent. All right, everyone 5 minutes.
Whoa.